Hi everybody, Martha here. I am on project number 2 for this manipulated fabric thing. And I'm sort of in a conundrum about it. Light, more light. And I'm going to work through it with you all, but I just wanted to show you that I am pulling, literally pulling, stuff together as for ruffles. So far I have this stuff done. Sorry, small break there. I have a lot going on this morning, so there will be breaks in the videos, but I'm going for, you know, patriotic flag type things here. So I need another white here and another white there. And this is just eyelash yarn that I'm going to couch down in places. I'm not going to couch it down so it's flat. This is plain cotton fabric that I gathered. This is dark red fabric. This is dark red fabric as well. I don't know what I did with it. I did a velveteen. I have a couple more here. I have a lot of red. I made a lot of red, but I don't know where my velveteen, here it is. I had some velvet, like velveteen ribbon. I guess that's what it's called, velvety ribbon. I don't know if that shows very well, but it's soft. So I was going to put that there. Now, my conundrum is, do I do it round or do I take it out of this hoop and do it on the surface of this? And my inclination is to do it on the surface of this, but only do it as large as this area here, and have the rest of it the white cotton fabric border. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to look okay, if that's going to look crummy. I don't know. Or I could fill this whole thing, but that's pretty big. I wish now I kind of wish I had a 5x7 because it would be that big, and that's the size I really want to make this. So if I put that over the top, you can't see it, but it actually covers this area plus this area here. So I don't know. I mean, okay, if I put this here, and I don't know if red goes on the bottom or white goes on the bottom. I have to research that, like on the flag, you know, on our real American flag. Let's see. So I do have, like, I did make a lot of red. I haven't made a lot of white, and I have not made a lot of blue yet. So this is just a mock-up. Don't beat me up over anything, please. So like white would go there, and then red would go here. And I would need another red to maybe fill that in. But really, the edges and stuff are going to be filled in with more knots. Although I might have to make a run to the store this weekend and buy some thick yarn. Not yarn, thread. Thick, like size 5. I don't even know if that's thick enough, but I think that's as thick as it comes. Embroidery floss or crochet thread. I know I have white crochet thread in a thicker, but I don't think I have dark blue or red. So yeah, that's going to have to, yeah. So I would need some more blue and some more white here. Now if I make it just the small size, say I did this on the outside there, I do that there. Now this fabric has silver stars on it, which I think is kind of cool. What I'll do is probably make like a flowery shape here, and I pull all of this in here, and I don't cover this 1-inch edge here. I think I would put that there and that there, and then I would just need, I like this way better. Okay. Maybe put that there. Like this would be more squished in because when I sew it, I'll be squishing it in, and then have another white strip here, which is what I'm working on with this chenille bedspread strip. Plus I would need another one. If I do it smaller and have the outside just plain white, I could do that too. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think what I need to do is see how it looks. Now I am curious if I could actually stitch these right onto the canvas. I am curious about that. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work, if it would make sense or not. I don't know. But I'm thinking about it. So I have my washer going. I have already cooked brown rice, lentils, quinoa in the Instant Pot, and black beans are in there now, and it's almost lunchtime. So I've had a lot going on this morning. I also stripped my bed, remade the bed, have the sheets in the washer, sheets and pillowcases in the washer. So I have a lot going on. I've been busy this morning. Okay, so I will be back. I'm going to stop the video for now. I'm going to try a couple of things and see how this works out. Make some more white because I'm going to need more white. And I'll be back to let you know how it goes. I'm so excited. Bye, everybody. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I think I've made a decision. I believe that I am going to work on this fabric and make it the full size of the canvas underneath. I don't want to try to sew into the canvas. Number one, I think it'll kill my fingers. Number two, I don't think it's going to come out the way I want it to. Number three, I want to be able to work on the fabric and do the knots and manipulate stuff the way I want it. So, putting that aside, and I have over on my left, which you cannot see at the moment because I don't want to spoil the whole surprise. I mean, you've seen what I'm going to do. I already sort of tried to lay it out. I did decide that I don't like sewing the ruffles with hand thread. I mean, like stitching thread. So, sewing thread. And the reason I don't like it is because I had to double the thread, and if I got a knot or a tangle, I had to cut the thread. Then it was two separate pieces. It was a mess. So ignore what I said in my last video that I would do that with sewing thread from now on. I don't think I will. I think I will use as close to the color of crochet thread that I can find for what I'm doing. And if I can't do crochet thread, that comes on a ball like that, I will then probably use embroidery floss of some sort, either a couple of strands, maybe 3 of regular embroidery floss, or the size 5 or 8 or 12 of the kind that comes on a ball, like that. I'm a mess, sorry, like that. So that's what I would use. Because you can see it in some of the gathers in the stuff that I've done, and that does not make me happy. So I have a couple of more things to gather. And I may have to do some more along the way, but I don't want to overdo at this point and then run into a problem with, now, that being said, I am going to use thread for this because I don't have a crochet thread that is red, for one thing, and I don't want to mess up this gold. So my brain is still going. I'm sorry. This is probably going to be another multi-parter. I doubt I will get all of this in one video. So if it seems a little choppy, I will do separate intros and endings if I must. I literally, sorry, threading needle. Oh gosh. I want a smaller needle anyway. I literally spent, take the thread out of your mouth, Martha, most of yesterday afternoon. I'm looking for a smaller needle. That's not much thinner though. I need a like a thin needle. So let me go through my 16 here. I think that'll work. My 16 needle books. Finish a sentence. Finish your thoughts. Okay. Yesterday, I spent probably 4 hours editing the last set of videos because I botched them up so badly when recording them, because I just kept like I would record and then it came out too long, or I recorded and it was short and then I started the next one and then I kept adding to it and I wasn't sure where I was going and where it was starting and where it was stopping. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, it was a mess. It was not my finest work as far as that's concerned. So I do apologize for the previous videos being very awkward. Not well edited, let's put it that way. But they're out there. I won't win any awards for best editing or best video making. It's all good. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because I'm sharing and because I've gotten so many beautiful and wonderful and great and smart ideas from other people that I know my ideas are not original. I mean, I said it when I was making journals. I'll say it while I'm doing stitching. I do not come up with many original ideas, but I do like to, okay, see, when it does this stuff, that's when I get upset that I have to use double thread. It's okay though. I'm not going down the center very well. Let's see if I can get back on track. What was I saying? Ideas, original ideas. I don't have a lot of my own, but I'm grateful that other people are very creative and intelligent and tech savvy and can share with us. And if I am nothing, I am honest about the fact that many of the things I do, most of the things I do, are not my own. Like this manipulated fabric heart that I made in the last 3 videos, I think it was. I know I didn't originate that, but I wasn't able to take a class. It's not like I took the class and then came onto YouTube and gave all of the class secrets away, because I didn't take a class. I looked at what was done by other people and I came up with my own version of it. So that's about all I'm capable of doing, is taking an idea and trying to run with it myself. So Whoops. Okay. I sure hope this comes out. I really like the heart shape, and I really, really seriously thought about doing this one in a heart shape as well. Oh, that came out pretty. Look. Look, I came up with an idea. Combine two things and make it work. Oh, Martha, sometimes you're just so proud of yourself for the simple-mindedness of the things you come up with. Oops, that's not the right needle. It doesn't have any thread in it, and it was upside down. Okay. So you can see where a large strip of fabric or fabrics, in this case, a fabric and a ribbon, becomes very tiny when you gather it. So plan ahead. Don't make your gathers too small, like I did with some of mine, which I may have to replace with other bits. Now, I did a lot of this off camera in the first one, so I'm just sharing on camera. Oh, sugar. Come on. How I did some of the... I'm just going to attach you right there so you're not hanging out over the edge. Hate when that happens. Yeah. Since I didn't do a lot of this on camera the last time, I don't think I did. I hope not, because otherwise you're going to just be bored by me doing the same things over and over again. But I thought I would share how some of them come out. Okay. Threads. Raw edged stuff is wonderful. I love it, but threads everywhere. Okay. Now I did do some ribbons. I'm just not sure that they're going to hold up. They're just not very wide. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to use those or not. I'm going to set those aside, and I'm going to do... See, there's this ribbon, but I already have one of those. Don't I already have one of those on there? Oh, I made it a flower. What other red do I have? That's not thick. That's not thick. Okay. I just shoved everything into a bin here because it was spread all over my desk and it was making me a little crazy. Now, if you have short pieces of fabric, let me show you what you can do that your genius girl here figured out. I'm going to make this sort of that wide. Okay. Tear your fabric and then tear another strip the same size and then maybe another strip the same size. Ow. Carpal tunnel. Can anybody say carpal tunnel? I can. All right. And then what I'm going to do is now I'm going to show you how to make I'll show you how to make this where it goes up and down. I don't think I showed that in my last video. I told you about it, but I don't think I showed you. So I start in the corner. Let me zoom in just a teeny bit. Okay, hopefully it doesn't flip the camera out. Start in the corner and I aim that way. So in an upside down V. And I don't make the stitches too small. These are kind of small. I don't know what that's going to do. We'll see. And then you want to aim that way. So let me show you. I'll spread that out. I hope you can see that. It's aiming that way. Now I'll aim it this way. Okay. So see, it looks like an A. And then just start again. Aim it that way. And then back down again. I hope it's nice wherever you are, because here it's hot, it's humid. When I checked the weather a couple hours ago, it said it was 81, but feels like 84 because of the humidity. And we're getting the smoke from the Canada fires again. And I heard on a weather broadcast that they cannot put those fires out. So they're letting them burn. And we are probably going to have this I better do it this way. I didn't realize this fabric has a little bit of a color on it. It has, let me see if this one shows. This one shows it. It has like some dark red or black in it. So I want all of that on one side. Okay, and then I'm just going to start on this new piece of fabric. And go up. And go back down. I'm taking longer stitches than I did at first, so try and stay consistent. Don't do what I do. Do what you should do, not what Martha does. Yeah. So I have a headache. I don't know if it's the smoke. I haven't been outside. Well, okay, that's an untruth, sort of, kind of. I went outside, but it was just to chase a squirrel off of the deck. Oops. Because the Hummer was trying to come eat, and the squirrel was scaring it away. So, plus the squirrels digging my flowers. They ate one of my flowers that we bought out of the pot. I mean, came back so often and chewed it down so much that the flower died. Oops. Color on the same side. So yeah, if you don't have like fabric, if you have fabric you want to use and it's, and it's not long enough for you to use in long strips to get the length you want, just tear it into pieces and just connect it while you're sewing. Speaking of squirrels, Tony's in the kitchen scrolling around in the pantry looking for food to eat. And he's eating nuts. I know, because I heard the jar open and close. He's my little squirrel. Okay. Alrighty. Now, when you gather it, watch what happens. It sort of zigzags. It's like rickrack. Zigzaggy, ricky-racky, fabric-y stuff. And depending on how tight you do it, well, that's not showing it real well, is it? There we go. I stitched this end a little tight. But see how it kind of goes up and down? I don't know if that shows up real well on camera. I think it does. Anywho's, that's about how you do it. So, let's, oh my goodness. My Lanta. What did I do there? I have no idea, but that's okay. We're going to just tie it off on the back. call it good. And really, I mean, people are not going to notice unless you point out that you have something going wonky here. There. Okay, so that's another red one. And then I wanted to do this cheesecloth here. And then I'll see if I have enough to start. And again, what I'll probably do is maybe sew a couple of these on camera, you know, on this thing here. And then I will, what am I looking for? Sorry. And then I will do the rest off camera. And then I'll, you know, I'll have to do the French knots off camera as well. I'm not sure how many French knots this is going to take. I'm trying to cover way more of the fabric, but because these are ruffles, there are going to be spaces underneath it. But that's okay. It's a white background, and I'm doing red, white, and blue, as you saw from the beginning. I don't know if this is going to take, you know what? I didn't think about that. I think I need to, because it is cheesecloth, gauzy stuff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot on the end, because otherwise that knot's going to come right out, right? Didn't think about that. Didn't try pulling it, but my brain said, hey, Martha, that's a really holy fabric. That knot is not going to hold. So yeah. Oops. I also, in my stash in the basement, found some ruffly ribbon. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I keep going to my basement and shopping. Pretty soon, I'm not going to fit in the bedroom because I just keep bringing stuff up. So I need to take the other colorway stuff back downstairs, but I might make another one in that same colorway, because I have a few pieces left that I ruffled and made into flowers. Now I could just save them and not use them on another piece like this, or I could sorry, I can't seem to do two things at once anymore. I used to be really good at it. Okay, there, that's cute. That would look cute dyed too. Oop, hung up on my nail. Okay, I think I have enough to get started. I think. All right. Red, white, red, white, red. I did look up, the flag goes red, white, red, white. It starts with red and ends with red. And that's what I have mine doing. Why did I need another white? I don't know. This is the ruffled ribbon that I found in my basement. So that was already done for me, look. So that's pretty cool. I think I was going to replace that with that, or maybe replace that up there. Yes. All right, that'll set aside in case I need it. If I need little fillers, I may have to make little fillers. I don't know. So I'm going to start. Now what I did was I flipped my fabric over and very lightly, I don't know if you can see it or not, pencil marks. I have little pencil marks up here, and that's where the frame, if you turn the frame over, that's where the edges of the frame are. So, adjust my seat. I know that's really white, and I hope it's not freaking the camera out. Okay, I'm going to put the little needle back. And I'm not sure. I mean, I got that thread through there. What I really plan on doing is doing it on this side, but I'll have to keep checking the other side to see that I'm within the lines. So like I know I need to start right there. But I'm not ready to do that yet. I need blue. So, because my blue is a little bit limited, I mean, I have that blue, but that's way lighter than what I'm using. I do have a blue. Oh, yes. I have a navy blue. I didn't think I had blue. Now, again, to sew this down, I hate to use my embroidery thread, floss stuff. However, that's what I'm going to use, I think. I don't know. That's what did I use that before? I don't remember. I could just use thread because I'm just really tacking those down. Yeah. Okay. Regrouping. All I have is this thread up here now, though. That's okay. You're not going to see it, Martha. Relax. You're not going to see it. Sorry. This is my life. My brain in process. Not a positive place for anybody to be at any point in time. Even me. And I've lived with my brain for many, many years. And let me tell you, as I get older, it gets harder to deal with. And I'm the one who has to live with it. Okay. I should have untwisted my thread first. Now, oops, where'd you come from? Go over there. All right, so this is the corner in which I have to start. However, since I cannot sew left to right, I gotta move this. I'm feeling very claustrophobic here. Okay, since I can't sew left to right, I'm going to do this upside down. So I want this to go in first. That's not where I wanted it to attach, but okay. Now I have to get this on straight as well, so there's that challenge. Okay. So I think I said at the beginning of this video, which was, let's see, it's 2:30. That was at noon, so 2.5 hours ago. I think I mentioned all of the things I made in my Instant Pot this morning. See, that's a lot, showing a lot more than I wanted it to. So I'm going to make those stitches smaller because I'm not paying attention. I need to work on this. Yeah, and I just make little bits because like this morning we had to throw a bunch of food out that was a week old. And I swear I eat this food almost every day. So it's a little frustrating to throw food away. But that's not what I want to do. Martha, concentrate. But I made brown rice, lentils, quinoa, and black beans. And we're going to make meatballs, black bean meatballs. We made black bean hamburgers a few weeks ago, and we ate them. Made 4. We ate 2, froze the other 2, had the other 2 like within the week because they were good and we wanted something different. We get tired of the same old stuff every day. So I need to make sauce, and that takes me about an hour. So I have to be done with this by 3:30-ish. And then we have to make the black bean burgers and meatballs. And I don't know. We might do that tomorrow. I'm tired. I did a lot today. Plus, I stripped the bed and remade the bed and washed and dried the sheets and pillowcases. Okay. So let's see. I'm within that line, but I'm not too far below the line or too far above it, so that's good. All right, now, flipping it around. Sorry for all the flipping right in front of your face. So this basically has to come back down under here. And then I'm going to put this in here, but as you can see, I'm going to have some space over there. So that might be too much space. I don't know. I may fill that in with something, or I may fill that in with French knots. I have to wait and see when I get all of, come on, please. No? Right there. When I get all of this stuff on here, then I'll have to decide if I'm filling it in with anything else. Okay. Go down there. And then my cousin, who is in Maine, who does not watch me, she contacted me and said she wants to buy some of the things I've been making. Well, you know, those Japanese rice bags, they're mine. Those handmade ones, they're not going anywhere. The indigo and the and the other two that I made. Gosh, I can't even think today. Those are not going anywhere. They're mine for keeps. So I told her, I said, if you want those, we have to talk, because I will have to make new ones. And I need to know if you want the cheaper version, which is going to be machine sewn with no embellishment, or if she wants how to do this. Yeah. Or if she wants hand sewn ones, then I got to get started on those. She wants them as Christmas gifts. And she said she wants to purchase them before we go up there in the fall. So, hey, I need time. And she has bought other handmade stuff from me. When I was making rope bowls, she bought a bunch of those. And when I was, when I have knitted hats and mittens and scarves and taken those up to Maine with me and gave the family all of them for free. She has purchased other stuff from me that I've made. Is that straight? It sure isn't. Gosh. Oh, my lordy. Okay. That's doing a definite, look at that curve. Can you say not straight? Now what do I do? See, this is where I have to cut the thread. I get so upset with myself. Okay, I'm just taking this off, all the way off. And I will pull this through and I will tie these two ends. That's my solution, is to tie those two ends. Okay. Which is probably better anyway. Okie dokie. Let's try this again. All right. So that was going there. That is going there. And this piece of fabric was not ripped evenly, so this end is narrower than this end, which I'm okay with. It's fine. It all works out in the end. So I told her, I sent her a picture of the heart that I just made, and she had already gone off the computer then. She doesn't spend much time on the computer. I'm going to go back to using a piece of this. See, I used white on that, and you can definitely see it, and I'm not crazy about that, but it is what it is. Which again is why I said I would probably use some sort of crochet thread, which is cheaper than this embroidery floss stuff. Even if it's DMC or whatever. I think a big ball of... Okay, I'm going to try to be smart and do this. Although I'll probably poke myself. Okay. That way at least it stays in place, sort of, kind of. This fabric is really huge too. Is that over enough to the right? No. Maybe I won't use that. Okay, I'm going to come up from behind because nobody will see the knot. And I'm going back down. Yes, so if she wants to buy things from me to give as Christmas gifts, and she cracks me up, she says, it's going to be a homemade Christmas, just not made in my home. She's not one to, she does not, what are you doing, Martha? She does not sew, or she's done crafty things with her granddaughter, but it's not her thing. Craftiness is not her thing. So it skipped her. Our grandmother, our Nana, was very crafty from what I understand, but she was also very stern. I don't know. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did that right. I don't know if I got that from her. I definitely did not get the knitting gene from our grandmother, because I can knit, but it's a struggle and it's not enjoyable for me. And it's one thing that I can crochet up a storm, but I can't follow patterns. I stink at following a crochet pattern. Definitely struggle with knitting. So there's that. Yeah. Okay. Now we're cooking. Now I feel like I'm succeeding somewhat. I am trying to hide these little stitches inside the fold of the ruffle, if that makes sense. Ow. I don't know when I'm going to learn to put something on that thumb so that if I stab myself, it doesn't hurt. Definitely building up a callus there. Okay. Oops. Don't pull that tight. Okay. All right. Let's see. Still not the straightest line on earth. Boy, oh boy, I'm a mess. Okay. So I'm going to continue to sew these on now that you've seen how I did it. Once again, I do think I showed a little bit in my previous video. So I'll probably make, I think I'll make like a flowery shape for right there, but it'll be blue. And then I'm going to sew the stripes on, and then I will do like in here, I don't know if I'll do French knots, if I'll put something else in there, maybe some fluffy yarn or something. I have brought a bunch of stuff up from the basement to play with. So yeah, so there it is. That's the start of this project. And who knows what the future holds, because if my cousin wants me to make stuff for her, I may be doing that online. And of course, there's always the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery coming out too. So, okay, I'm going to leave this video here. I will leave you here. If you want to make one of these, it's not hard. It's fun. You don't have to do it in the shape. You could do it in a circle, a square. You could do it inside an embroidery hoop. Yeah, so all of that. Hi, everybody. As you can see, I got carried away and I finished the project. It is mounted on the canvas frame, and this is what I've done. This is a bit of close-up. That is the velvet thread. This is wool. This is, I'm going to actually bring the light in closer and zoom you in a little because that works better, I think. Sorry, zooming back out, moving the camera instead. Okay. No jiggling, Martha. This is actually wool locks that I dyed back when I was dyeing wool and doing all that. This is a little bit of feather that showed up in a box when I was looking for white fabric. This is white netting. Ribbon, that's linen that I made into a flower. That is ticking, just a fabric square that I tore into strips and gathered it at the bottom of it and made the flower. That's one of those zigzaggy ruffles. This was a pre-made ribbon ruffle. This is bedspread, chenille bedspread. This is yarn that I just twisted and sewed down. This is another shiny ribbon. This is plain fabric that I had really thin ribbon with gold in it, and I stitched it all together while I was ruffling it. This is blue with stars in it. Two different blues with stars in it. Yeah, so yes, it's a little wonky on the frame. I should have pulled it more this way. I didn't check as I was going, so there it is. That's the finished project. I didn't think you needed to see me sewing ruffles and all that anymore because I think I did that in the previous video. So thanks for joining me. And if you want to make one of these, if you have any questions, please ask. I will be making more, maybe not to attach to these frames. I don't know. I'm going to look for some hoops, and I will definitely be making more like this because, you know, me, hearts. Plus, I didn't do any knots on this one. I just filled it with fabric and had a blast. And I used a small staple gun to staple it on the back. And that's what the back looks like. So I just thought I'd show you the finished project. Sort of got carried away. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I hope you're having a super crafty day, and take care of yourselves. Bye.